I've seen multiple clips. He got way more applause. Gosling destroyed Reynolds, and I'm so here for that.
So while I think that this was a planned appearance on Ryan Reynolds' part, I don't think that they planned, like Marvel planned, on Paul Rudd roasting Ryan Reynolds in front of 6,000 people.
I don't think Robert Downey Jr. liked him that much either. I didn't get a good vibe that they were jiving.
I mean, there have been rumors. I don't know if they're true, but there have been rumors.
Yeah, of course, Ryan is using his most beloved character to try and distract people from what's really happening here, and to also make people forget what he actually said and did behind the scenes.
He couldn't resist, you know what I mean? Like, he needed the attention, but he knew if he walked the floor, he would get hounded, but he might also get accosted or yelled at, is what the reality is. He's got to be very careful with these appearances.
Ryan Reynolds made an appearance at Marvel's latest event dressed in a gray-blue Deadpool suit, clearly aiming to create a viral moment. He seemed convinced the stunt would grab millions of views and keep everyone talking for days. Instead, he interrupted the Avengers panel, threw out a few jokes that failed to land, and openly appealed to Marvel executives for a part in the upcoming film. After making his request, Ryan theatrically dropped the microphone and walked off the stage, as though he had just delivered an unforgettable, history-making moment.
Happy Hogan? Fetch the Audi. We're leaving.
While sitting among the audience, Ryan suddenly got to his feet without taking off the Deadpool mask and introduced himself as Ricky. He joked that Ricky only needed one name, comparing it to celebrities like Cher and Madonna, before adding that he was fully committed to the cosplay. Keeping the bit going, he asked Paul Rudd why Thor had been shown in tears during footage tied to Deadpool and Wolverine. Playing along, Rudd replied that maybe Thor was emotional because he happened to be a Wrexham supporter.
Where is Thor?
Yes.
And why is Thor crying?
Why was he crying?
He's a Wrexham fan?
Yes.
Ryan owns Wrexham Football Club, making it one of his business investments. Because of that, what started as a Marvel-related joke quickly came across as a plug for his own brand. Instead of feeling like a comedic moment, the exchange resembled a promotional break inserted into someone else's presentation. Marvel had assembled many of its biggest stars to discuss the future of the franchise, yet Ryan steered the conversation toward his football club. He also asked when Avengers Doomsday was expected to begin filming. That's when Robert Downey Jr. effectively ended the moment, making it clear the spotlight wasn't on Ryan, and signaling that the film was moving ahead without him.
This seems an awfully expensive way to announce a film. When do you start filming?
It's in the can, bro. Look around you. Did you bump your head?
Ryan kept the conversation going by asking whether there would be any additional photography, budget overages, last-minute changes, or other opportunities that might open the door for him to join the film. His question suggested he was still hoping to land a role, but the Russo brothers offered no reaction at all. There was no confirmation, no teasing response, and not even a subtle acknowledgement. The silence spoke for itself, and after receiving no answer, Ryan simply dropped the microphone and walked off the stage.
I'm not wearing the Doom mask over this mask because I didn't want to ruin the lines with my Canadian tuxedo. My name is Ricky. That's a mononym like Cher or Madonna. And I'm just cosplaying hard right now.
Many viewers were left wondering whether the microphone drop had been scripted in advance, or if Ryan came up with the stunt on the spot. The uncertainty made the entire sequence feel even more unusual. Once it ended, the cast seemed unsure how to smoothly continue with the presentation. The awkward atmosphere became hard to ignore, as several people on stage looked confused about what was supposed to happen next after Ryan wrapped up his remarks.
As much as I think this was probably like a planned appearance by Ryan Reynolds, I'm not sure how much the actors knew that he was going to be asking them things and like doing this. So this felt like if Ryan had to pick anyone out of that line to kind of do a little back and forth with, Paul probably would have been the best one to do it.
What Ryan actually wore to Comic-Con made things more embarrassing. Music. I mean, he showed up in a gray denim Deadpool suit and decided to call the costume Gene Pool. Even if everyone understood that he was wearing a denim suit to Comic-Con, was it actually supposed to be funny? The joke feels like something a marketing team brainstormed in a conference room at 4 p.m. on a Friday, when everyone was too tired to admit it was a bad idea. Nobody told him that Deadpool in jeans is not a joke that can sustain a major promotional stunt at the world's biggest entertainment convention.
I saw that you had your hand up, maybe?
Yeah. Can we get him a microphone? Can we get a microphone? Oh, I have one.
Ryan wandered through the convention alongside ordinary attendees and later shared the experience online, referring to the character as Gene Pool. He mentioned meeting plenty of fans in costume, including one dressed as Sergeant Slaughter. The goal seemed to be presenting himself as someone enjoying the event and connecting with the Marvel community. However, the segment came across as rather uneventful instead of entertaining. Since he kept the mask on the entire time, the performance also lost much of the playful, tongue-in-cheek vibe it appeared to be aiming for.
It's wild that the negativity that he's receiving, again, because his comments are turned off, all that stuff is so toxic for him and what he's doing. He can't just go out there and enjoy it anymore. He had to wear a mask. He walked the floor, which he did.
The entire costume stunt ties into a larger point that's worth talking about. Hollywood has a long history of actors trying to manufacture viral moments. Think back to when the Deadpool test footage leaked and fans erupted with excitement. That reaction happened naturally because people were genuinely excited about what they were seeing. The Comic-Con appearance seemed like an effort to capture that same kind of buzz once again. This time, though, the response wasn't the same. Viral moments can't simply be manufactured. Putting on a costume, making a dramatic microphone drop, and expecting instant admiration doesn't guarantee the audience will respond the way you hope.
I think that he was there to do an audience test, to do a temperature check of what's going on in the room here. How are the fans perceiving Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool? Because we know that he made that announcement, last week randomly, and Marvel didn't offer up any comment. They made sure to say there's no director or producers attached to that kind of project.
The part that stood out the most to me was how the entire situation came across. Rather than looking like a confident actor making a fun surprise appearance, Ryan seemed eager to stay connected to a franchise that appeared to be moving forward without him. He wasn't introduced on stage with the officially announced Avengers, Doomsday cast, and that absence felt significant. If Deadpool were truly a major part of the film, Marvel likely would have revealed him alongside stars like Robert Downey Jr., Chris Evans, Paul Rudd, and the rest of the lineup. Instead, Ryan remained in the audience, jokingly asking if there was still room for him, or whether additional filming might create an opportunity for him to be included.
Join the film. So there's no additional photography, no overages, hot costs, maybe last-minute additions. We keep making the movie until they pry it out of our hands.
Ryan's absence became even more noticeable when Marvel confidently introduced Ryan Gosling as the lead of a new Ghost Rider film. The project was reportedly linked to Sean Levy, a filmmaker who has frequently worked with Ryan Reynolds. Gosling received an enthusiastic reaction from the audience without needing to interrupt the event or campaign for a role. He was formally unveiled as part of Marvel's upcoming plans, while Ryan appeared to be doing everything he could to regain the attention and approval of Marvel's leadership.
Is this really happening? As you know, this is a character I've wanted to play for a very long time. So, Kevin, Josh Horowitz, Hall H, thank you.
There's another point that deserves attention. Ryan's Comic-Con appearance came at a time when Blake Lively was facing ongoing controversy surrounding her legal dispute with Justin, along with reports that the situation had affected multiple film opportunities. The lawsuit, countersuit, and released text messages had remained major topics in the media for months. In my view, the Comic-Con appearance seemed designed to shift public attention by creating a positive, headline-grabbing Deadpool moment. The apparent goal was to spark widespread entertainment coverage, push more favorable stories into the spotlight, and move the ongoing controversy further down the news cycle. However, the plan didn't appear to have the intended effect. Instead of distancing Ryan from the surrounding legal drama, the stunt led many people to interpret his appearance as an attempt at image management rather than a spontaneous fan moment.
We've got, this feels like he's begging for a role. Does he think we forgot? I was such a huge Deadpool fan, not anymore. Give Justin Baldoni a role. This will teach the world a valuable lesson about the story of David and Goliath.
Comments had already been turned off on Ryan's Instagram account, suggesting that he and his team expected a strong reaction to his promotional content. Even so, the publicity campaign didn't seem to deliver the level of online impact they may have anticipated. The Comic-Con appearance generated only a brief wave of attention instead of becoming the long-lasting viral moment many expected. While a handful of entertainment outlets gave Ryan prominent coverage, most media attention remained focused on Marvel's official cast reveals and major film announcements. Coverage from publications like People and The Hollywood Reporter came across as more promotional in tone than a reflection of widespread public excitement.
I wish he could take accountability first, but it does show that his star has taken a hit. I don't think he expected that. I don't think he ever expected to keep his comments off Instagram. Like, when you have to do that, that's not a good sign.
Despite all the hype surrounding Ryan Reynolds' surprise Deadpool appearance, Marvel never confirmed Deadpool 4, never announced him for Avengers, Doomsday, and never offered any official sign that he remains part of the studio's immediate plans. If Ryan truly had a major role ahead, Comic-Con was the perfect stage to reveal it. Instead, Marvel spotlighted other stars, unveiled new projects, and officially introduced Ryan Gosling, while Reynolds walked away with nothing beyond a brief comedy bit. That silence became the biggest headline. Throughout the event, Marvel confidently rolled out cast announcements and future projects, yet Deadpool's future was left untouched. Some may argue the studio is simply saving the surprise, or that the character doesn't fit the current storyline. Others believe Marvel is being cautious because of the ongoing controversy surrounding Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively. Whatever the reason, the lack of confirmation raised more questions than answers. The appearance seemed intended to remind fans that Ryan and Deadpool still belong at the center of Marvel's future. Instead, it had the opposite effect. Rather than projecting confidence, it left the impression of someone hoping for reassurance that never arrived. After Deadpool and Wolverine successfully brought the character into the MCU, many expected Avengers, Doomsday to be the obvious next chapter. Yet instead of standing beside Marvel's biggest stars on stage, Ryan remained in the audience, cracking jokes and waiting for recognition that never came. Sometimes the biggest statement isn't made with applause or announcements, it's made with silence. And at Comic-Con, Marvel's silence may have said more than any reveal ever could.